times are tough for the kobolds of the realm. A recent surge in goblinoid power sees them driven from their dens and murdered to the point of near extinction. It is in this time of trouble that we join Mama Beatrix, kobold matron of the Moon tribe and priestess of Martha. Guided by a vision from her goddess and friend Dia, Mama Beatrix leads her small tribe to a cave, and after killing the goblins dwelling there, claims it in the name of the Moon tribe. Among the loot from the cave is 2 human slaves, one of which Mama Beatrix charms. The tribe settles into the new home and have a mating ritual to ensure a new generation for the Moon. After some time, a scout reports that another kobold clan has entered Moon turf. Mama Beatrix parleys with them and learns the new tribe is the Redbacks, who have been driven from their den by bugbears and their goblin minions. Mama Beatrix, believing kobolds are the true chosen race of the gods, convinces the leader of the Redbacks, Grumpkin, to join forces with the Moon and drive the badbads away and reclaim their den. Grumpkin agrees, and the next day they assault the cave. The battle goes well but messy, and after suffering some losses, Grumpkin and his Redbacks flee the battle. Mama Beatrix and her Moons, however, with the aid of Martha, slaughter the remaining goblin forces and reclaim the cave. Eventually, Grumpkin returns and claims credit for the victory. Mama Beatrix takes offense, leading to a kobold duel, which Mama Beatrix wins with one mighty whack of her thwacking stick. With the victory, Mama Beatrix gains control of the remaining Redbacks and leaves her trusted second Nimrod and a few other warriors to look after them. With a new advanced stronghold secured, Mama Beatrix returns to her den. Will Mama Beatrix start a kobold empire? Will Nimrod betray the Moon tribe? What danger awaits the Moon? Let's find out now on Dicing with Death.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Dicing with Death. For those of you watching live, we have just done some Georg, and now we're going to switch over to some Mama Beatrix.
Quite the change of pace.
Quite
the mood change.
Yes.
Let's see if I can get into character.
Yeah, gotta shake out all the serious. Get into our kobold state of mind. So
I missed the recap. Were you listening to it while it was going?
Not while it was going. I listened to it earlier in the day. You are in the Thistle Forest. You've got your encampment over here. This is a house, not a mushroom. And it's actually a cave in a hill. And then you've got this other place that you've also cleared out with your other kobolds. Now, we're going to hop into game maybe a week later. Your kobolds have been... Oh, wait. No. Crap. There it is. We need some background music here. Perfect. So it's been a week. What have you been doing in a week? What does Mama Beatrix do with her people?
I don't even know what a kobold does with their time. So it's been a week since the fight at... Did we give a name to that fortress?
There is no name for that fortress yet, but it's been a week since then.
Okay. Well, what are we calling it? Do I have to name it? What?
Well, it could be the Red Moon's home.
Yeah.
That might work.
Yeah, we can call it Red Moon Cave. Is it a cave?
It's a cave.
With a palisade wall around it.
Yeah.
Red Moon Cave. Moon Cave.
Yes. And the Moon Cave. Your pack of 17 adults and 7 young have been foraging for food, kind of getting their wits about them, getting a sense of what's around them, just kind of living in general. You've got 2 pregnant kobolds who have many weeks left before they produce their young.
Pregnant kobold kept at Moon Cave. We're safe.
Yes, yes. You still have 6 females in your tribe that are not pregnant.
Got to pick up the slack, ladies.
One of them has young of her own, though. There's a small litter of 7 young. I think it
That's
started
a small
probably.
litter.
Yeah, it probably started at like 10, and then a bunch of them
died.
died. Yeah. I think she initially had a litter of 10, and then one of them died in birth, and another died a few weeks later, and then another died a few weeks after that.
What's the gestation period of a kobold?
10 to 11 weeks.
Okay, so we are going to plan on hunkering down for a couple of months and getting these litters.
Yeah.
To
To
term.
So it's been a week. Things are going well. There've been no sign of enemies, but these things take time. It's a big forest. There's a lot of room, so you don't often run into your enemies.
If it's been a week, I do have charm person or mammal on my spell list. So one of these days during the week, I think I would have charmed the male human.
Okay.
What was saving throw versus
he
spell?
Fails miserably. Okay. They are both charmed. They're both still unclothed.
Is there any way to gauge how intelligent they are, so I will know how often I need to reapply charm person? Or I guess if they just...
Give me a charisma check, opposed by their intelligence.
My charisma is 13. Second highest stat.
All right, so give me 2.
30. Oh, what a smooth talking. Oh, and 32. God. Mom, they love being Mama Bee's servant. They spent their whole lives as peasants in a strict feudal society, and here they are amongst these pagan kobolds.
They're both within one standard deviation of norm. So they're 8 to 13 intelligence each.
Yeah, that was probably. I mean, in hindsight, I probably should have applied penalty. I think. Well, I do have common listed as a language, but I imagine it's a crude interpretation of common. But I guess it's physical gestures more than anything. I don't know. You can gauge someone's intelligence if you were. Anyways. Yeah. So how often does that give them saves?
That's a good question.
Priest level, second charm person or mammal. Intelligence 10 to 12 is 3 weeks.
Oh, right, but we're inverting the scale, remember?
Oh, okay. But I think it'll be right about the same. So instead of 4 from the top, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay, so every 1 week. Every 1 week you can recast it. And they get a save every 3 weeks, right?
Yes. Yeah, they make a save every 3 weeks.
Okay. But hopefully, even if they do pass and they find out they're charmed, maybe they just like their new life as noble naked savages in the woods, living with these kobolds that treat them like pets. I wonder if we'll move. I think we may move them to Red Moon Cave to help us with the palisade wall, because I don't think although it does say in the Monsters Manual kobolds can make like snares and pits and stuff. Or they make traps. So we probably wind up trapping and securing Red Moon Cave and that like pass there, Smuggler's Pass. So in that week, that's the main activity.
All right, so just so we don't have to worry about this too much, after 15 weeks, the male will pass his save.
And
the female goes at least 5 months without passing, because she actually has 8 intelligence. And so it's 1 every month for her, and
he wasn't charmed to begin. It's unlikely that he will make a break for it if he becomes uncharmed at some point in this duration. Because he was initially skeptical. He's charmed. He'll probably think about escaping, but his wife will still be okay. So we'll deal with it in
15 weeks. Yeah.
Okay. For now, I think they're basically labor. I mean, for putting up the palisade wall, it'll be done slowly. I don't think kobolds can be much help with the palisade, and we're not that inventive. But we can make snares and traps and pits and things, I believe. Is there anyone in the tribe that is proficient in that? Or is that just a kobold racial ability? Is this a skill that the Moon tribe still possesses?
Yes, they
What
do.
about the red? Okay.
Yes, your kobolds can do all that. But more importantly, it's been a week. You guys have been doing the things that you're doing when a kobold comes running up to you, exhausted, panting, breathing heavily.
Do I recognize this?
Of course, he's one of your
Broodling.
people. This is Flartlop.
So this is one of the moon.
Yes,
kobolds.
Flartlop is a moon. As he arrives, nearly out of breath, panting at your feet, dropping down. After he's gathered himself for a moment, he goes, Mama Beatrix.
What? I put a comforting hand on his chin. I scratch his chin. Flartlop.
Yeah.
What is it?
Human capture.
What human? Nofer?
Nofers. Nofer capture.
Where did you learn? Where you learn common, Flartlop?
Nofer capture. Capture. Many ones.
Many ones.
Capture. A big stick. One with little puppy and no stick.
Where?
He points to the east.
The east.
Mm-hmm.
How far east does our territory go?
Not very far. Your territory is 50 square miles, so it's 7 by 7. So it goes 3.5 miles to the east. That's a pretty big distance for a kobold to cover, though. It's equivalent to...
Take.
Okay.
We give him some food or something for the road and then head out. Are there berries in this area?
Horses.
Can I
But four no skins, no furs, on big horse with net. Capture
you?
No. I escape.
Capture kobold?
Capture kobold.
Moon?
Capture 4 moon. Capture 2 big sticks, 1 no stick, and one no stick with babies.
So one of the pregnant women? That's out of character.
Yeah.
What are they doing out there?
Gather food.
Oh!
Explore territory.
I let out a howl and gather the men. And we pull the tribe together.
Okay.
Get most of the able-bodied men and women. We're not sexist here, but most of the adults without children. We'll leave a few behind, maybe. How many total did you say there were?
There are, including this guy, there are 8 males and 8 females in your pack.
And
2 of the females are pregnant. One of them has young. But then also one of the females is missing, and 2 of the males are missing.
One of the pregnant
ones
is missing.
Yeah. So you've got 6 males and 6 females, 3 of which have parental duties, either gestating. I'm sorry, 2 of which have parental duties.
Okay, so
one
I think
of them gestating,
4
one of them caring for the young.
All right, 4 kobolds get left behind. 3 gestating or with young, and 1 regular old kobold.
Okay.
So it's 4 down. The other, how many of us? 13.
That is 6 and 7 minus 4. 3, 6 and 3, so that's 9 and yourself.
Yikes. Our numbers are thin. So the 10 kobold posse scrambles out east. The pack. The goat stays behind. The deer probably the deer can hang. Wasn't there something about the deer being able to be kept at camp, or a charmed animal being able to be kept at camp?
Yeah, the deer can stay behind.
Yeah, the deer basically lives around the kobold place and is treated as a sacred symbol of fertility.
All right, so this kobold leads you and the rest of the pack, that's with them, to the spot where they were captured. They were at the very, very edge of your territory. They're way over here, just hanging out.
Sorry, can you ping one more? Is it that dot?
Yeah, it's that dot. Scavenging resources, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, he points you to this area where you see big horse hoof prints in the ground. Clearly, horses have been here.
Do we have a name for horses?
Horses.
All right. Can anyone in our party track the hooves or sniff it out? Can we all sniff it out? How do kobold senses work?
Let's see. Oh yeah, you guys have no problem following this. There's these big horse-like sections of the earth that have been ripped up by the horse hooves. I guess it's been maybe raining recently, so the ground is nice and soft, and you can see where the horses have come through and back out again.
All right. So we follow the trail. Follow our nose.
Probably a little bit closer. All right.
Is there music playing or?
Yeah, you don't hear it?
No, let me check my Discord.
Oh, that's because. Oh god, you haven't heard any of the stuff that's been playing all day.
No, I guess not. Were you not playing it through Discord?
No, I was, but...
Whoa. I got an echo for a second.
Yeah.
It stopped.
Yeah, it's my fault.
Blame Neal, always. Ugh.
How about...
myself
No,
in
I don't
my
know.
ears.
Okay, it's all fucked up. It's not working.
Has chat been hearing the music?
Yes, they hear the music. You haven't,
Okay.
though.
All right, I'm just going to leave then.
That's fine.
All right.
So you follow the tracks, and they proceed to lead in the direction of the human civilized lands that are at the edge of the forest. Right? If you come out towards kind of this region over here, this is where human territory starts to sort of seep into the forest.
Okay. Are there villages or like logging camps?
There are camps and villages out in that direction. And it takes you guys... It's going to take you a couple of days to follow these horse prints.
Really?
Yeah.
So okay.
Because you guys have movement rate 6, so you're going pretty slow.
Yeah.
But you follow the prints for a couple of days when you come to a village. The horse prints don't go into the village, they go to the side towards this Motte and Bailey keep that is situated just outside the village on a small rise, maybe a mile out of the village. It's got a nice view of everything around it. The woods have been cleared back for about a mile around the keep and the village as well, giving lots of visual room.
So I think we stop at where the forest is cleared, hiding amongst the trees as a group, looking out at this Motte and Bailey.
It looks like the horse hooves go towards the keep rather than towards the village.
What time of day is it when we've reached?
I think it's going to be early morning. Probably like 9 or 10 a.m.
Okay. So I guess we'll slink around in the daylight. We're going to leave most of the group here, and me and whoever like the quietest scouts are. I don't know. They're probably all just generic kobolds, but I picked some generic kobolds that, at least in the lore, or at least in the social hierarchy,
all right,
are the usual scouts when we're hunting.
Potlick and Rumpy.
All right. And the three of us will sort of creep in closer to try and scout out.
That day or that
be
night?
Less like, I think immediately when we find it. It seems like they've got one. If they're still alive, even they've got some kobolds captured.
Yeah.
Mama B is unusually brave for a kobold, I guess. That's what happens when you're a PC.
All right. So the three of you start pushing in, across this open flat land towards the hill.
And I mean, we're like dog-sized, like creeping along in the high grasses, if there's anything like that.
Yeah,
or is there anything we can dart from like object to object? Or
there's not much in the way of cover. This is an intentionally cleared and opened area to deny potential enemies cover.
All right.
Yeah. But you guys are small. And you, while you are bipedal creatures, you can kind of go on all fours and maybe look like a pack of dogs. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, do we see any people? Like, do we see anywhere where it looks like to a kobold eye that we would be spotted from?
Yeah, there are guards walking around the palisade wall occasionally.
There are.
Yeah. You'll probably get spotted coming in unless someone's really derelict in their duty.
But a mile's a ways, so we'll probably go a little closer, I think. Like, are there hills in between, or is it just like a straight...
No, it's an open, flat section. It looks like the Motte and Bailey is actually built on a false hill. Like someone has piled hill because it's the only section that is raised up.
Okay, and then there's like a mile of cleared dirt. But we'll probably go a half mile. I mean, I think we could probably get a half mile out, quarter mile out before we're in like obvious sight range of the
Probably,
guards
yeah.
on the
You're
roof.
small creatures.
And kobolds are usually naturally unnoticed.
Yeah.
And we can slink in within a quarter mile or so.
And while the
get a
grasses
better
aren't
look.
super high, there is some level. You know, they're at least a few inches high. And
I'd like to get an idea of if I can see any kobold cages or anything, but we can't even see inside, right?
you couldn't see inside. You'd have to climb a wall to see inside.
And that may be better off waiting until night. So maybe we circle around at like a safe distance and then head back to the group.
All right, let me give the guards a chance to spot you. Those are not great rolls. Let's see what their perception is. No, you are not spotted.
Okay. Then we'll try and... I don't have any spells memorized right now that would feed us. So I think we're going to dig in for the day and try and forage for food.
Okay. You make your way back out to the edge of the encampment, or back to the edge of the woods, and forage for food.
I do have a charm, person, or mammal. If I can find an animal... Does it specifically say under charm that if the animal knows you're about to eat them, that it doesn't work?
I think that's for animal friendship. I don't think that's for charm.
You're right. So I can try, if we can find a deer, I can charm it and we can eat it. Oh,
yeah.
Wait, this turn...
Well, your kobolds can forage for food. You know, that's what they do. That's what most of their life is spent doing, is foraging for food. And if you guys don't quite get enough for all of you, you'll just be a little bit hungry, and you're not going to...
But if I can find like a deer or a cow, do the people have like herds ranging this area?
You see...
Like so I think we're camping in for the day, finding food.
Right.
We'll
you don't see any
scouts.
cows anywhere or any fences that would indicate large pastures. The village does look to have a few fences. It looks like there's probably some animals, barn animals, in the village itself, but not outside of the village, not ranging free.
Is there like a barn on the outskirts of town Mama B could slip in and snag a sheep from?
The part of the village gets fairly close to the woods. Like the mile clearing isn't perfect all over the place.
So the village is in that clearing as well.
The village is in the clearing, but the village kind of... let's just draw a map. Let's draw the map. Let's scroll up a little bit. So if we've got our Mott and Bailey here, then there's like a village. God, these are really not to scale. Let's get a slightly better scaling here. So if there's a Mott and Bailey, then there's also a big-ass village about a mile away, and the tree line is cut kind of like this in an oval.
Okay, so
it's
sort
a
of on this
mile.
edge.
This is all like a mile-ish, but this right here is maybe a quarter mile or a fifth of a mile or something.
So we'll probably circle around to this side. Well, I mean, we're nomads, but at some point I'll come in from that side and try and charm a sheep and run off with it.
All right. You cut through the woods, dart across the open area, see if anyone spots you. No one spots you, and you find yourself pressed against a red barn. You can peer
Range
through the
80
cracks.
yards.
You can
80 yards, so I can peer through the cracks, locate the biggest, fattest pig or whatever is in this barn.
This barn has a horse, as well as a whole bunch of chickens, and then you can hear the sound of pigs snorting from beyond a wall. So that maybe you like skirt to the edge of the wall of the barn and look around, and there's a small building, but you can hear the pigs rutting on the other side.
Well, what do you think kobolds prefer? Is horse meat a delicacy? Or does a big slab of bacon seem like it'd be the juiciest treat in there?
God, I don't think kobolds often get to eat pigs or horses.
Yeah.
I think horse meat's the more rare thing. But I have a hard time imagining horse is better than bacon.
Same, but...
I don't know, it's your call, man.
Nah, I think we go for the pigs.
Okay.
I find the prospect of charming a horse and taking it out of the woods so that the kobolds can eat it amusing. Yep, I think Mama B sort of slips around and tries to get a view of the pigs.
All right. You come around, there's a little building that looks like a shed. And peering around that small shed, you see there's a nice big pigsty. It's maybe 30 feet by 40 feet. And there's a bunch of pigs hanging out around there. And they're big. Like, pigs are big. These are potbelly pigs. They're bigger than you are by far.
Yeah, I pick the juiciest looking one and cast the charm person across the yard at him. Do I see any people around?
Yep, you do. You see a small family of farmers. One of them is slopping muck to the pigs. Another one of them is stacking some hay that looks like it fell off a cart. He's got a pitchfork and he's doing that. Another one is currently picking some carrots out of the ground and putting them into a basket. The largest pig here looks like it probably weighs 250 pounds.
Okay. I'll charm the pig from across the yard. Let's roll that pig save. I think I need to go gather some pig treats, though, to lure him out of his nice, safe cave.
What's a pig treat?
Maybe some truffles? I don't know.
How are you going to find some truffles?
I got charm person. It doesn't, or charm animal. It doesn't, I mean, I can lure him over with a rock, right?
Yeah.
Here, piggy, piggy, piggy. As long as he fails that save.
Which he does.
He fails? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But if the farmer's, so maybe he like looks over and sees the kobold.
She does.
Mama bee waves. Pig oinks.
Yeah. Snorts in your direction. Comes up to the edge of the wall.
Did the farmers notice? Do the farmers notice the pig leaving, or are they not that interested in pigs?
The pig just like walks over to a different section of the pasture.
Okay. How could I let the pig out?
You'd have to tear down.
Is there a gate on the outside here, or would we need to like bust it free?
The gate's over next to the people, but these boards are just kind of tacked against some posts. If you kicked out a board or two, they could easily get out.
I get on the other side and like
you sneak into the pigsty to start.
No, from the outside in. I think I remove the boards, but over where the pig is, I don't know. I scratched my pig friend and tell it to just wait a second. I'll get you out of here, buddy.
Right. So
not that I can communicate with said animal.
At the map, we've got like a barn. Ooh, I should bring chat over to see this too. Here we go. We've got like a barn over here, and then there's this little shack. And then the pig enclosure comes off of that and comes out to here. That's the barn.
Mm-hmm.
Big area. This is shack. And so you're coming like this and then like that. And your humans are...
So in this corner, I guess, by the shack.
Here, and then like over here. And there's like a farmhouse or something.
Yeah. Like so crouching in this little corner here. Between the shack and the fence, I like wedge myself in the little corner and try to get the boards undone.
Give me a strength check to see if you can get the boards undone, and then give me a dex check to see if you can do it quietly.
Strength check does not go well.
Ooh. Okay, how's the dex check go? Okay.
Better. So I think I just struggle. Like the boards are nailed in. I can't just like pry them free with my hands.
You'll have to make each of these checks each round until you succeed.
Is that like something I could crawl under?
Yeah, you can easily fit through the boards and get to the other side. It's just the pig's too big.
I think getting frustrated the first round, I slipped through the boards onto the pig side and take a probably more direct approach. I think I'd probably use my thwacking stick to like hammer the boards out from the inside quickly and make a break for it. So
all right,
I probably
give me
do make some noise,
a strength check at +5 to break the doors and a dex check at -10 to keep it quiet.
Can I just take a regular strength check and not make the extra noise? Or
sure, yeah, but if you want to use your thwacking stick to make it easier.
I feel like the kobold thing to do is just whack it open and make off with the pig. I still fail!
Oh my god, give me your dex check at -10.
At this point, I'm encouraging the pig to bash it down with me. If the pig can catch on to such things. So it's a dex check at minus how much?
10.
Oh, -10. I can't. That's D20 minus 2.
All right, a natural 20 is always a pass. Okay. So you get your thwacking stick out and smack the board. Immediately, the farmers' heads perk up towards you, and one of them goes, "Ah, kobold!"
And Oh gosh. Okay. Does the pig bash its way free, or is it not that
No,
interested?
the pig's stupid.
I think I scurry under the fence or in between the slats and make a break for it.
All right. Well, I'm going to need you to roll initiative because because the farmers see you, and the one with the pitchfork is going to come after you. So give me an initiative roll.
Oh no. As small creatures +3 or +2?
3.
Actually, I've got thwacking stick in hand, don't I?
Yeah.
I guess it becomes 6.
I gotta look up the weapon speed of a pitchfork. Pitchfork weapon speed is 6. Ooh, so you go first.
Okay, I think I just escape the pig pen and make a break for it.
All right.
Yeah, around the barn and across the field towards.
So you start running. The farmer comes chasing after you. Has to hop over one fence. Has to hop over another fence. He's got his pitchfork in his hand and is running after you. He moves at twice your speed because he's a human. But
is he
you have
actually
a
going
bit
to
of a
chase
head
me down
start
and get himself whacked?
Maybe. You have a bit of a head start. He's got to hop some fences, so he can catch up to you this round, but can't attack you.
Is there foliage in between? I don't think I want to make that much of a show. If I can, I'd like to find. How far is the trees? How far are the trees?
What's a fifth of a mile?
That's a ways. 1,000 feet.
Yeah.
So.
And you can go 60 yards in a round.
I pause and huck a sling bullet at his head.
All right. Well, we'll get a roll initiative for the next round because he's caught up to you.
You said he would catch up. You said he would catch up.
He can catch up, but he can't attack because he moves at twice.
In that very first round? Oh, then I would smack him in the knees that very same round. If he reaches melee range with me.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
if I'm running,
reach
he's
melee
running
range
behind
for
me.
you. Mm-hmm.
I'll take a swat at his knee.
Well, roll me initiative because you spent your turn.
No,
moving.
I already rolled initiative with. Okay, yeah. You're saying it was a full move.
Yeah, you did a full move, and then he did a full move after you.
And then I can't make an attack. Okay,
no, because you did a full move.
Yeah, you're right. 6 again.
Oh, you go first.
So I stop. I bashed in his kneecaps.
Ooh, yeah, you do. Roll me some damage.
3 points of damage.
He's a farmer, so he's got some HP on him. You crack him in the leg, and he drops to the ground, screaming. His pitchfork falls. Both hands clutch the affected knee as he yells obscenities directly at you.
Looking up, have the other humans caught on to this?
Oh, hell yeah.
Is he? Okay.
The mother has taken the child who is slopping the pigs and is hiding the child behind her skirt, and has since picked up like a hoe and holding it menacingly in one hand.
I think Mama B keeps running.
Okay.
And makes a break.
The
Is the farmer still alive?
Oh yeah, he's alive. He's just badly wounded. All right.
Okay.
You make for the trees, escaping. The farmers don't pursue, and as you get to the tree line, you can see more farmers starting to show up in the area, discussing with the other ones what happened.
So we'll hide out and wait for darkness, and then go back for Pig Friend and for our kobold friends.
Okay.
So we'll circle around the clearing. So we'll go back towards the side with the Mont Bailey on it. I think we've been foiled.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go into this mission without a full belly, but we'll feast afterwards once we rescue our
feast. Definitely feast.
Okay.
So you see what looks to be a messenger, a townsperson running for the keep at breakneck speed, maybe half an hour after you, not even half an hour, like 20 minutes, 15 minutes after your encounter with these people. So you're like still on your way back to your tribe, your pack, going the long way on the border when you see a human running for the keep.
Unless he's isolated and I could ambush him, I think I'll just go to meet my pack.
Yeah, there's no way you can get to him in time, but you see him going. You get back to your pack. They're all discussing, oh, what happened? Food? Pig? Bacon? Horse? Sheep?
Made Pig
Chicken.
Friend.
Chicken.
Ooh, that would have been Pig Friend. We'll eat Pig Friend later.
Ooh, pig.
No fur's there. No fur's awake. We wait.
They growl menacingly.
Wait. Find Moon, save Moon, pig feast.
Moon, 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 pig. Moon,
So we
moon, moon,
spend.
moon, pig. Moon, 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 pig.
So we spend the day in the forest foraging, but I guess no pig feast yet. So we'll
No.
eat
But while
eat our
you're
usual
waiting,
sticks.
maybe an hour after the person arrived at the keep, the keep doors open up, and there are 4 horsemen. The kobold who came back to warn you of the captured ones points and goes, them, they take.
4 horsemen. That's rough.
The horsemen head off towards the barn, hang out there for a while, and then head off in the forest in the direction that you were heading when you left the barn.
What? Oh no, left the barn. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we'll take this opportunity once they've left a good distance from the keep. We're probably gonna charge the keep, change of plans, call an audible on this. The keep's largely undefended, I would guess. Is there any guards on the wall after these?
Let's take a look. Yeah, you do see a. You do see one person patrolling the wall, down from 2.
Okay. We'll avoid him if we can, as long as we can. But I think we're going to charge the keep.
All right. You guys go into a charge for the keep as soon as he, leaves the area where he might see you. He does a patrol past while you guys are heading in towards him, but doesn't catch sight of you as you move through the grasses, close to the ground, looking like maybe wild dogs or wild animals of some sort.
Or wild kobolds.
Or wild kobolds. You get up to the wall, the palisade wall. Some appropriate music going. You get up to the palisade wall, and you can hear what sounds like people talking on the other side. I guess you speak common, don't you?
I speak crude common. I don't know where I would have learned it, but I can probably understand the gist of conversations if I can. Okay, and I know a few words.
It sounds like someone is trying to train an animal. Sit! Now, sit!
Are they training kobolds?
It's not sitting. Well,
so
get the bucket of water. All right.
Can we climb this wall, or is it like vertical?
It's a vertical palisade wall. It's not easy to climb. Maybe some of your people could do it. I'm gonna give. Let's open up the.
And there's like a gate, and there's a gate on one side.
Yeah, you guys are on the opposite side of the gate. The gate faces town, so you guys came from the other way to attract less attention. Okay. Climbing success rates. Unskilled climber is 40% chance. Not sloped. There's no wall. There's not abundant handholds. You guys aren't wearing armor. Are you wearing armor?
I am wearing hides, yeah.
All right, so that's a minus 5% to you. You're not encumbered, are you?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to say you've got like a 30% chance.
Really?
Climb. Yeah.
That's rough. Everyone would make that, right?
Yeah.
Mama B is going to try. I think if I fail, I will...
Give me a 30% chance to climb the wall.
Ooh! Mama B can make it.
You
All right, so I'm going to scramble up the wall, and whoever can follow me and pass will come with.
Okay, you brought a lot of kobolds with you, didn't you? You brought, how many did we say? 8? 10?
10, including me, so 9 kobolds.
That's a fail.
And they're probably a little better because they're not because they don't have armor.
3, 4, 5. One of them makes it. One of them makes it.
So me and one kobold scale the wall.
Up on top of this wall, you can see what looks to be a finely dressed human noble holding a bucket of water in one hand in front of this this bronze cage in which you see many kobolds. Even kobolds that you don't recognize. Kobolds from a different tribe are in here. It looks like there are 9 kobolds total in this cage. The bronze cage sized for dogs, so it's a little bit short for the kobolds that are in it already. You can hear the humans saying, "Sit!" to a kobold who's standing before him that's been pulled out of the cage and is just looking up at him with surprise.
How many humans are there in the cage?
There's no humans in the cage.
Or sorry, in the keep. Is it like an open?
Yeah, it's a huge open courtyard with a building at the top, at the back of it on a raised hill.
Inside the palisade.
Yeah.
Correct. So there's another hill, or the palisade's at the base of the hill.
The palisade's at the base of the hill.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
How many people can I see from the wall? There's a pathway around the wall, I assume.
You see, one person on the gate watching this exchange. You see the guard walking around the perimeter. There is a servant attending the noble who's splashing the kobolds with water and trying to get him to sit.
Okay, so who are the nearest people to me along the wall? If me and my kobolds start running somewhere, are we closer to the gatehouse or the guard? Is the guard between us and the gatehouse?
One of the guard who's doing the patrol is about to turn the corner on the wall and head your direction. He's slightly distracted by the happenings on the inside of the keep, but he's going to spot you pretty soon.
What about which direction is the gatehouse?
It's on the opposite side from you. You're on the far side.
Okay. We're going to charge that guard.
Okay.
How many feet from us is he?
A few hundred.
A few hundred.
Maybe,
we can move
like 150.
In combat, we can only move 60 feet in a round.
Yeah.
How high up are we?
We're outside, so you can go ahead and do movement in yards instead of in feet.
How high up are we?
8 feet, 10 feet.
Okay. So we're going to try and close the distance, hoping that he won't notice us before we're on him. But, yeah.
Okay. Let me roll surprise for them. He is surprised.
Okay.
So you can just make a break and run for him. You can go 60 yards in a round.
Does he have a weapon drawn?
No. He's got a spear in hand, but not drawn. I guess that is drawn. Yeah, he just walks around with a spear.
Okay. So I think he's probably absentmindedly walking to kobold training while 2 kobolds just leap at him, and I guess we'll resolve how that goes with some attack rolls.
Yes. So you make a break for him. I said a couple hundred feet. You can make a move and get to him, or just almost get to him this round. You just move too slowly. So I think...
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we're going to have to roll initiative for next round.
So the surprise will be these kobolds leap at him. In that case... what is my sling range? Let me just double check that. Sling is 50, 100, 200 yards. So he's in short range for a sling.
Oh, yeah.
So I think I sling at him, actually. And can I half move and make one attack?
Wait, no, he's not. So you said 50 yards is sling range?
Yeah. You said he's 100 feet from you, didn't you? Or 100, you said 150 feet, which is 50 yards.
That's 50 yards, yeah.
Do I have to stand still and shoot?
You can make a half move and shoot.
And shoot one. Okay. Yeah. Even if the range. Okay.
Yeah. So go ahead and make me an attack roll with +1 for surprise. Against
and
this
plus
guy
2 for my level.
13.
18.
Hit.
And I think my kobold charges him.
Roll me some damage.
5 points of damage.
You thwap him hard in the chest with the bullet from the sling. He stumbles backwards, gasping for breath.
Still alive?
Still alive.
All right, so now we're going to do a D10. Ooh, sling is slow.
Oh, your kobold can charge. You can move and attack in the same round.
Oh, the kobold can. Okay.
Yeah.
That will just be a standard D20, a 7. No, so the kobold closes. And then I move as far as I can, which will be 30 yards, right?
Yeah. And then we'll roll initiative.
Mama Bee sucked. Let's hope our kobold does better. Ooh, also not great. 11. Did I just get this kobold killed?
Probably. So the guard lets out a cry. Ah! Kobolds! And everyone's head snaps up and looks in your direction. Where is
not good.
Flash? No.
I shout to my kobolds to the main gate, hoping that I can get it open in time. So I'll shout over the wall in Kobold to the main gate.
All right.
Go to the main gate.
Kobold on the wall. The human on the wall passes his morale check with flying colors and makes a stab at your kobold with a natural 19, critically him.
Oh no! That's
4 points of damage. So
D4 for HP, 3 HP.
Ugh,
so not
down.
Technically dead. All right. And I will be able to close and club him this round, right?
The guy on the gate stays on the gate. The human, the Lord Noble guy that was watching, commands his servant to put the kobold back in the cage, turns to you and draws
I will continue howling, seeing if I can goad the kobold slave into fighting back. So shout howling in kobold. Now fight!
Ooh.
Break free from the cage!
No, he's terrified.
Yeah,
he's a weak
kobolds.
Yeah, he hides. He goes back in the cage willingly. The human noble draws a steel short sword, and then it's your turn.
Yeah, So I will reach and club the guy that just speared the guy on the wall, the guard on the wall that just speared my kobold with a crit. Oh lordy. 2D. That's maybe even, is he armored? A minimum of 9 points of damage.
Oh god, he goes down.
Just
he topples off of the wall, falls in the ground with a sickening crunch. His neck looks pretty broken.
All right.
And your kobold starts skirting around the edge, going towards
my
the
kobold's
front.
Unconscious. He's at 1 HP.
You're outside kobolds.
Okay, yeah. All right, next round, initiative. I'm going to cast an Orison. If I use a Cure Light Wounds and he's back up, he won't be able to keep running, will he?
No, he'll be able to escape. He'll be able to hop over the wall and flee slowly.
But will an Orison cover that?
Yes.
Yes, it will. Okay.
Yes.
Might even be able to get away with just a healing check, right? But then there's a possibility of failure. I got plenty of Orisons, so I'll just cast an Orison. Oops, that's a +4.
Doesn't.
So it should be 8.
Oh, okay, yeah.
8, not a 9.
You still go first.
Okay, so I brush past this kobold casting an Orison. Like, wake up, my broodling! Give him a slap on the face. Limp home, and I keep keep running along the wall, like a half move towards the gatehouse.
Sure, your pack has come around to the front of the gatehouse now. The human inside with the short sword, the noble, starts backing up towards the keep. He's calling out for his soldiers to come and defend him. The guard on the gate has climbed soldiers up to the wall. Well, you don't see any, but the guard on the gate climbs up to the wall and gives a shout that there are kobolds on the other side.
How far away is the noble?
From you?
Mm-hmm.
Not very far. He's like 60 feet.
60 feet? How close is he still right next to the cage?
No, he's backing away from the cage, going towards the actual keep itself.
Damn. Okay. All right.
The guard on the gate gets to the top of the gate, sees the kobolds on the other side, calls out, "Oh my god, there's more of them!" And that's their turn. So let's roll initiative.
Next round. Yeah. What do I want to do? Is the noble retreating to the keep?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so I'll just roll with cord. Oh, slow, Mama B. So I'm running to the gatehouse. Whatever the kobold that got stabbed is scurrying back over the wall.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right. And hopefully the gatekeeper is preoccupied with the kobold swarming his gates.
Mm-hmm.
And I can sneak up behind him. Okay. But he gets a tick off. Does he do anything?
He goes at 12. He sees you coming. He's looking down there at the guys below. He's looking at you. He's
foaming at the mouth, with his wolf hide flapping as I.
He turns his spear and lowers it to set to receive charge against you.
I'm not officially charging, so it doesn't matter.
All right, well then he's readying an attack against you.
Right, because you said it was 150 feet to the 150 feet to the guard. How far from the guard to the gatehouse?
It was only like another 80 feet or so.
Okay, and I moved 30 yards. I could have moved 30 yards last round, right?
Yes.
So I think I'm already in the gatehouse, right?
Oh, yes, you must be coming just along the edge to him or something.
Yeah, but I think I would. Okay, so he can ready an attack.
Yeah, he can ready an attack against you. So as you show up,
I think I come skidding to a halt and switch to my sling, which I'll make at the end of the round, anyways.
Okay.
So I come skidding. So I make like I'm running towards him, and then I come skidding to a halt when I see his spear set like 10 feet in front of me, and just pick up my sling and huck a bullet at him instead.
All right, go ahead and make a sling attack. He'll get a stab at the end.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, just to be fair. Give me a
no.
Your kobolds down below are clamoring to be let in.
So he leaves his gatehouse and steps towards me. Or is it a house, or is it just like
he's up? He got up onto the wall.
Oh, the gatehouse is down below.
Yeah, so there's like, it's not much of a gatehouse really. It's just kind of like a door with some reinforcement on the sides, and he just came up to look down and to guard against you coming through. Okay. He makes a stab at you with a 5 to hit. It's a wild miss. But you hear in common the sound of guards coming to the attention of this noble person. And
how many guards could there possibly be?
3 of them come out of the main keep.
Yikes.
The noble quickly moves behind them, pointing his iron or steel short sword in your direction, saying, "That one! Capture me that one! It has bravery!"
Wow. Okay, next round's initiative. Oh my god, another 10.
Ooh, that's not so
Do they have any missile weapons?
The guards? They've got spears.
Okay, but only 1 spear each. They're probably not going to throw them, most likely. Does this guy try to stab me?
This person goes at 16, so...
no. That's what's not great. Okay.
One of the guards near the keep goes first, and will...
You said the keep is how far from the wall?
It's like 150 feet or so. But he's not headed for the wall where you are. He's headed for the wall on the side. He's coming up the back. So if you...
he
came along the wall towards the So if you you're on top of the wall by the gatehouse. He's climbing up on the wall behind you and is going to start coming in your direction from behind. And then you go at 14.
I think the climbing should subtract from his movement if he's moving in yards, or if he's doing combat movement in feet.
I mean, there's like a staircase up.
Yeah,
it's not a real issue.
Which should slow him down, right?
Yeah.
Got to huff up a staircase versus move on.
Give me it's your turn though.
Okay. Yeah, so I will. Whoops! Ooh. I will smack the guy. That's what the hell? D. Yeah. No.
Oh,
a miss. Come on. If I had my shillelagh, I'd be good. That was the first club attack I made, so I don't get the second, and we're rolling for initiative again.
The guard in front of you gets to make an attack.
He already went and missed, didn't he? Oh no, he went on 16. You're right.
He takes a stab and a miss, which is a wild miss, and the other 2 guards from the gate. From the keep, start moving out into the field. The guy that you're fighting right now is saying, "On the other side, there's a crap ton of them!" And they move up to the wall on the other side of the guy. So let's... I think this description is quite poor. So let's...
now we get a map.
Well, at least a crude map.
We sketched out the barn right away. But
yeah.
No need for a map for the siege.
So if this is kind of the shape of our thing, you've got the... The keep is back here, which is on a slight hill. And then this is where the gatehouse is. There's a wall that runs all the way along the edge, which I'm drawing slowly.
Okay, so the keep that's a hill, not another wall.
Right, it's a hill.
Okay.
This needs to be... There we go, like that. So we have 1 guard. Whoops, that's thick. Need something less thick than that. Yeah, we've got 1 guard who is coming this way. Yeah,
where are the stairs?
There's a staircase here, here, and here.
Okay.
And then there's the guard that you're fighting right now, and then the other 2 are coming over here to get up on the wall on this side. So you're going to be pincered on your next round, and there's going to be 2 guys on top, where you have like 4 or 5 dudes down here.
Yeah, we've been scuffling in front of the gatehouse for a second. Can I see the mechanism that opens the gate? Is it like a lever, or does it have like a winch?
It's not even a mechanism. There's just like a bar across the gate.
Oh, down below me.
Yeah, all you'd have to do is lift the bar across the gate, and your kobolds could push in.
Oh, then that's what. If I had realized it was that simple, I would have gone for that first. But the guy's between me and the stairs?
Yeah.
Is that what's going on?
Yeah. Let's roll.
Right, didn't he set to receive a charge in at the staircase?
Yeah, but then you stopped and you had your sling, and
Yeah.
so then he stepped forward. So he's maybe just a few feet in front of the staircase right now.
Yeah.
So let's roll initiative.
I get a 7.
Okay, you're gonna go first between the 3 of you and the 2 guys on the wall.
So they haven't reached me yet, but they'll reach me this round, right?
The one coming from behind you will reach you this round. The one in front of you, you're in melee with already.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. I guess I already rolled it with the club, so we'll go with the club.
Go
I do
for
have
it.
spells,
You
though.
can do it.
So do I go first?
Yes.
No. I get another attack at the end of the round, but
All right. The guy in front of you takes a stab at you, saying in common, "You filthy animal! Get the hell away from me!" And then the one from behind you leaps at you with a
can he
shriek.
attack this round?
Yeah,
This
because
is-
last round he moved to you. This is his second round.
Okay.
He makes a 17, 18, 19 against you.
AC 14.
That's a single
So that's
hit.
It's a natural 19.
No, it's a natural 17.
He's got +2 to hit. What planet
Back
is
attack.
this?
Back attack.
Oh, okay, sure, whatever. Yeah, it's a hit anyways.
He stabs you for 6 points of damage.
Yikes.
On the Beatrix bleeds.
He's got a sword, you said? Or they both have
Spear.
spears? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I get a second attack at the end of the round with my
The
club.
2 guys
with my
on
thwacking
the
stick.
walls, they can't quite reach the kobolds below with their spears. So
Unless they threw them and lost
they're
them.
not getting rid
right?
of their spears, right? So they
Mhm.
one stays above, the other goes down below to brace the gate against the kobolds who are, uselessly pushing against it.
Okay. So at the end of the round,
You get a second attack.
I get a second attack. Come on.
Beautiful.
Finally. Is that a crit? Oh no, it's not. It's a
No, it
natural
does not
17.
clear by 10.
4 points of damage.
You
Does this
club
bring-
this guard and he topples. He's maybe twice
Okay.
your height, but he falls off and splats himself
And
on
I'd
the
like
inside of the
to
wall.
turn and back over his corpse or his unconscious body down the staircase.
That's
And
fine.
make like a fighting withdrawal. I don't know if I can get all the way down the staircase.
Sure, it's not that far.
or the next round. But yeah, let's roll initiative. then.
Yeah. One of the other guards went down to the staircase. The one from on top of the wall, though.
All
Is
right.
that guy
Oh, come on.
behind you. Oh, dear God. The guy behind you... nope, you actually go first.
He's now in
'cause
front of me. I'm backing up. Down. Yeah.
Spears have weapon speed 6, so they go at 11 and at 14.
All right, so I cast a spell. I cast a command. So as I get to the bottom of the staircase, I command the guard who's bracing the door, lift, and help him
Ooh.
lift the bar.
Oh, that's
out
so
through the gate.
good.
And then
He
I think
lifts the bar off the gate and then snaps when he realizes what he's done as the gates push open. And what is it, 7,
Shoot.
8, 9 kobolds down there?
8 kobolds, unless the wounded one rejoined them. He probably
No,
scurried off.
He
into
scurried
the woods.
off, yeah.
D10. Should I roll the kobolds' initiative into combat, or will they be in next round?
No, let's say they were all readying attacks for the gate to open. Go ahead and swarm them.
Okay. 8 D20.
I don't think all 8 can attack him, maybe 4.
Let's just do it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Our 4 D20.
Yeah. 2 hits,
Ooh.
1 crit.
Okay.
Yeah.
3d4.
Yep.
9 points of damage.
He goes down, claws in his body, screaming.
And if
You see the noble
Mhm.
step inside the keep as 2 more guards show up from inside, and they close the doors.
All right, we swarm. Okay, I think the other 4, if they can keep moving, swarm towards the cages, or this is next round. Does the spearman come down the staircase and make a stab that round?
No. Once the gates open and the kobolds start swarming around, he turns and GTFOs back the other way along the palisade wall.
Alrighty. I think we're gonna be in this. Oh, I still got so many good spells.
Let's roll initiative.
Yeah, sure. Initiative.
These guys
I don't
are
know.
running.
Oh,
Okay. So the guy that was on top of the wall,
should I
over
roll
in front of the
separate initiative
gatehouse.
for the kobolds, or just?
Have them just go on your initiative. It's going to be easier.
Okay.
The guy that was on the gatehouse, on top of the wall, after you guys let the
He's
kobolds
dead.
in. No, because there were two, right? There were two that came from the
okay.
keep.
Yeah.
One of them went under, one of them above. The one that went above, seeing these kobolds swarm in, hops over the wall, drops himself down, and runs for town. The one on top of the wall over here gets back towards the keep, realizes the keep doors are shut, grabs hold of the wall, hops over to the other side, drops off, and runs for town, leaving a swarm of kobolds in the open courtyard.
Okay, we go to the cage. Is it possible to get it open?
It's
or
locked.
Is it locked?
It's an a bronze cage with a big padlock on it. Inside are 9 kobolds, including 4 moons and 1 pregnant moon, one that has many new kobolds inside of her, waiting to be born.
Fat chance these guards have the keys. We're going for the keep. Are there murder holes on this keep? Is it stone or wood?
It is stone.
So we will try and find a way into the... Can we climb up to a second-story window? Like, I'm guessing the door is like locked and barred.
Yeah,
I think the whole swarm just swarms the keep then.
All right.
I don't know if that organized, but there's a trail of 10 kobolds towards the keep. Some maybe still like reconnecting with members of their tribe that they know inside. So I guess let's try and... unless they like shoot us through murder holes, I think we'll make some sort of group strength check against the door to like tear it down.
That sounds good. What's your strength?
12, I think.
I'll
12.
give you a +1 for every other kobold with you. So you've got
Okay.
8 with you, so you can make a strength check at +4. Or acting as if your strength was 4 higher, you can make a open doors check.
Okay, is this a... Maybe this isn't a...
This is not a good
No, I don't have an interactive character sheet.
Hmm.
Darn. So my base is 12, so it's as if I had 16 strength.
Yeah. So you've got an open doors chance of 9 on a D20.
9 or lower on a d20.
Yeah.
All right. Our d20... 4.
Ooh.
So we managed to tear the door off its hinges. This is just
You
a
guys-
wooden... Just
yeah.
a wooden door.
I don't know how you guys do it, but you bash the door, you claw at the door, you grab weapons, and you pry at it, and the door just kind of starts to splinter open.
With the thwacking stick. I think... Yeah.
It pushes, opening to the inside, where there are the 2 guards with spears, shoulder to shoulder, and behind them is the whatever noble is in charge of this place.
Probably should have paused to heal myself before bashing down the door, but hey.
Okay. The guards on the other guards on the other side are ready to tax, like your kobolds were ready when the gate opened. So they make stabs. Ooh, 16 and a natural 20.
Who are those against? Do you just want to roll a random d10 or something?
Yeah, I mean all your kobolds are the same. I'll determine if there are any fatalities. I'll randomly determine their gender later.
Right, I was wondering if it was me
No.
for any of those.
Oh no, I think you're probably not in the front.
Okay.
The 1 kobold takes 1 damage from the normal hit. You want to roll his HP. The 20...
4 HP.
Nice. The 20 is a double crit against your kobolds with 10 AC.
Rolls a 2.
Yeah.
How much is he dead, or...
He takes 15 points of damage. He is speared through his head, collapsing to the ground, and we roll initiative.
All right. Mama B is standing amidst her pack of kobolds, clutching her little, or I guess unsheathing the little clay statuette of Mata she has. What am I looking for?
They go
Initiative.
at 8 and 13.
Casting time 6. Ooh. So Mama B rolls a 6 with a 12, which is not bad. And the rest of the kobolds probably go 3 before that. Or no, they'll wait until the prayer is finished.
One of the guys...
I think they crouch in the doorway. The door is like blown off its hinges and falling face out. Spearmen are like on the inside holding the door, and there's just like a semicircle of kobolds with Mama B behind them chanting.
All right.
1 attack goes before
One
that.
attack goes first, which is a 14 against the same kobold he wounded last time that had 4 HP. He does 2 points of damage.
Still standing.
The kobold lives. It's Mama B's turn.
My prayer goes off, Anyone within... So all my kobolds, and I got +1 to hit and damage.
And enemies
+1
get
to saves.
-1 to hit
Enemies
damage.
within 60 feet
That's all of them.
when the spell is cast.
And it's your kobold's turn. You can get maybe...
leap to action.
You can get maybe 4 across, so you can divide attacks 2 and 2 or 3 and 1.
And maybe if we take one down, someone can step into that place.
Yeah,
And
that's fair.
so we'll start with 4. 15 and a 17 should hit.
Yep, those are both against the same person, because they're on the same side.
Ooh, only 5 points of damage.
With D8 HP.
Oh, +2.
He
7.
only had 2 HP to begin with. They rend him, and he falls to the ground.
Step into his
gurgling.
place. I think another kobold steps in and makes a scratch at the new one missing. But we start... A couple of kobolds have now poured in to the keep.
Right. You see the noble still has his short sword out, is not sure whether he should flee or defend. He fails his check wildly. He rolls a 19 on his morale check, which is terrible. He won low on those. And he turns and flees up a staircase.
Too bad for him. He's got the keys.
Yeah.
Next round?
No, the remaining spearman makes a... Oh, no, he died. He
already-
went down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Initiative. There's one guy left who goes at 9.
Ooh, we roll a 10.
Yeah.
Natural 10. So he goes first.
He takes a stab. Natural
Morale- no more-
20.
He gets -1. No morale check? Okay, whatever, sure.
No, you know what? You're right.
Take a kobold down with them.
The gates are open. His lord is fleeing. He's
His
overrun
friend
with
just
kobolds.
died. He's surrounded by kobolds.
Oh god, he fails his morale check.
Yeah.
Drops his spear and runs upstairs after his lord, liege lord.
Okay.
Good call.
And slow on the draw, I think the kobolds pursue.
Okay. He's fast, much faster than you with
Yeah.
those long human legs. And you guys can chase him and this lord upstairs. They go to the very first door and go into it.
The kobolds probably lead the chase. I'm going to pause and cure light wounds myself.
Okay.
Ooh, natural 2, no good. 10 out of 14. Then I think... Is this fight still going? I guess I might as well cast an aid if we don't close the gap with them. If the kobolds don't reach them.
The kobolds will get to the door that they've gone into.
Okay. How many times could we possibly rip the doors off their hinges?
I don't know. Why don't you give me a strength check?
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
Or,
And this time without
bash
me,
doors.
right?
Yeah.
Or I guess no. Or should I? We'll wait and I'll catch up, I think, and lead the charge.
Sure. So give us it's another 9 or lower on a d20.
It'll be a 12 plus 4, right? Oh yeah, another 9 or lower on the
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, we're doing open doors. 19 now. The kobold scratch. I come up, give it a smack with my quarterstaff, but it doesn't budge.
You can hear the conversation on the other side of the door being like, they're never this aggressive! What's going on? I think, my lord, it's because you took them. I think they're not taking kindly to their kind being captured. Nonsense, they're stupid animals. They don't have any sense of loyalty.
Free! Kobolds free! Yeah.
My God, it
shouting as
speaks
we're banging on
common!
the door.
You hear the noble
Or maybe
voice
it's-
coming out.
Amidst the grunts, I don't know how obvious it would have been, but maybe yeah.
Yeah.
Because all the kobolds are howling and screeching and scratching.
The noble calls out to you. Beast, what do you want? What do you want?
Free! Set kobolds free! I think we can keep making
Yes, you
bash
can.
door checks, right?
Go
I
ahead
guess
and
the
make
next
another
round
one.
No.
Free? You want your friends to be freed? Of course. Of course. I'll throw the key out the window.
All right. We continue bashing. I think if he says he throws the key out the window, we'll probably send 4 of the kobolds to go retrieve the key.
He
Or maybe
does
we'll-
indeed say he throws the key out the window.
Okay, so I think we send 4 to check as we continue to scratch at the door.
Okay, so
And
that's
if
going to
they-
be...
we can't see out a window to see if there's keys, can we?
No. So now you're doing it as if you had 14 strength instead of 16 because you sent away 4 kobolds.
Mm-hmm.
So that's an 8 or lower on a d20.
Oh, we do break
right.
in the next round. So we do manage to get the door off. Do we see him near the window?
No, he has since returned to his spot by the door. He and his guard have their weapons drawn, pointed towards you, and the guard makes a quick stab. 18, critting one of your kobolds for 8 points of damage.
I guess they're dying for this. That kobold is hopeless, isn't it?
Yeah,
Maybe I shouldn't have kept
just dead.
caring.
Well, I should actually determine randomly the gender. Yeah, it's another male kobold.
Perfect.
Yeah, useless creatures. The Lord comes forward.
Oh, there is a -1 to
around.
damage. Hold on. So if I roll a 4 on his HP, he gets a bad number. Okay.
The Lord's got his short sword out, and he says, looking directly at you, clearly identifying that you're the leader of this pack. You speak! Please, we'll free your people. I just wanted to have a conversation. There's so much we could do together, you and me. Would you like to be my pet?
No furs, pets.
What the fuck does that mean? I don't know.
I think we're leaping to the. They've got. Can we disarm? Is disarming a good option?
Could overbear.
Yeah, they get opportunity attacks in that case.
Yeah, they do.
Interested in? They just like murdered a kobold. I don't. We could accomplish. I think Mama B will go ahead with her attack. Where are we on the initiative? We just bashed the door down the next round. I mean, if he did throw the keys out the window. I don't know. If he says anything else, maybe he does. But I think we keep fighting.
Okay.
So initiative.
Let's roll initiative. They go at one
natural
goes at
2.
6.
So I go at 6.
One goes at 8, and the other goes at 6.
So we go first. I think in retaliation to the spear stab, we just descend on that guy. So I'll go. Only a 7, Mama B. So I got so 4 kobolds can attack this guy, or
I think, yeah. Well, you only have 4 more with you anyway. 3 more with you.
Oh, that's right.
3.
Oh yeah, one died.
Yeah,
oh shit. So ignore that third one. So only 2 hits, right?
Yes.
9 points of damage. I think the kobolds bring the spearman down.
Oh, yeah. They rip him to shreds. It's just the noble who's left. He's backed all the way up. You see him pressing against the window that he must have thrown the key out. There's
Is the window
like a
open?
rack of weapons nearby him on this side, and on the other side of him is like some armor hanging. He's got his short sword, and he's just swinging it back and forth.
I think we give him a wide... If we, I think we'll let him retreat to the window and not close within melee range. If that's what he's content to do.
Yes.
He can keep talking if he wants. I think we'll wait for like the howl signal that the key actually is in the hands of the kobolds.
This is what you failed to bash down the door twice, and this is the second round of combat in here. First round of combat in here. So yeah, by now the kobolds have gone out, and you can hear the yipping and howlings of them having found the keys.
Okay, so the keys are out on the lawn, right?
Yeah, they found the keys.
Okay.
And you can hear one of them calls out to you that they're going to let their brothers and sisters out of the cage.
Okay. I think. Does Mama B still respect the power of good steel? Is his sword steel or is it bronze?
Yes, it's steel.
I'm wondering if I'll still give him a wide berth.
Do you want the
Or
steel?
we just. I don't know if the kobolds have much use for it, do we?
No.
Oh, it's a long sword, medium
it's
weapon.
A short sword.
Okay, so a kobold could even wield that.
Yeah. A kobold could wield that in one hand, even.
Mm-hmm.
Do you approach him?
I think Mama B from the doorway tries to sling him in the face if that will get the job done.
AC 10
plus 3, 14 to hit.
Cracking Lord.
All right, 4 points of damage.
He's got 3 HP.
So he just goes unconscious.
Yeah. Name. Lord Flufferduff falls to the ground, bleeding out of his head wound.
Okay, is there any resistance left in the keep? I think the kobolds just party in the keep for about half an hour, like looting the place. Like I don't know if someone would. I don't know. I guess I don't know if we need to take it.
I don't know. Do you want to party in the keep, or do you want to make
I don't know if
quick
party's the right
retreat?
word, but I think we want a quick retreat. But I'm guessing the quickest retreat we could handle is
an exit right now.
Is a turn or two. I mean, we need to unlock. Okay, we'll scour the keep and take slaves if we can, and take any obvious loot if we can. Okay, so maybe we're out of there in less than 10 minutes. If we
All right, so sure enough, you guys break into the kitchen. You find 2 cooks.
If there's like barrels of wine or food or humans.
There's a lot to capture. There's a lot to take.
So we take as much as 9 kobolds, and I don't know if we can organize human slaves to help carry things. They may just need to be like tied up and dragged. The unconscious count or the unconscious noble we may drag as well. I guess we're kind of limited in terms of what we can carry. Huh?
Yeah.
So we carry anything that isn't nailed down. If we can organize and lead the cooks out with us, we'll do that.
Sure.
And make back for the forest. Was there a screaming woman in there? Did he have like a white? Was that part of the?
The cooks were there was no screaming woman in that room.
So there's no wife or children or anything.
No. Okay. You make a break for it, carrying whatever your little kobold grubby hands can carry, as well as having a pair of slaves with you that you've captured.
All right. The long sword is definitely coming with us.
Short sword.
Short sword. Steel short sword though.
As you guys leave the keep and head for the forest, however, you see a group of 4 horsemen emerging from the woods, heading in your direction.
Emerging from the woods?
Yeah, because they went southward, or I guess when we had the map of the town, there's the keep over here, there's the town over here, and the forest was like that, right? So the horsemen went out this way.
How far are they at the edge of the forest when we spot them breaking from the forest?
Yeah, you spot them breaking from the forest here, coming like that, as you guys are coming out this way.
Well, ping one more time. I can't see that.
They are here.
Give me just a sec. I'm not looking at the right spot of the map, so now I got all turned around. Okay, is that X?
That's the horseman right there.
Okay. How many yards from me are they?
They're about a mile from you right now.
Oh, that's a ways.
Yeah, okay. But also you have like a mile to break, maybe three-quarters of a mile to get to the forest. So they're on horseback.
Is there grass within the clearing?
Yes.
Maybe some stumps or shrubs.
Yes.
Grasses, weeds.
Grass.
That'll be fine. All right, I'm gonna cast an entangle.
Okay.
On the horsemen as soon as they come within 80 yards. So we're going to make a break for the forest. I think it becomes apparent that we aren't going to make it out.
Yeah. And you cast...
I'll cast an entangle as soon as they come within 80 yards.
All right, horses get saving throws. Fail, fail, fail. 1 horse passes its save.
And I think if you pass, you can move at movement rate 10 until you escape the 40-foot cube.
You can move at 10 feet per round, yeah.
Yeah.
So let me decide how deep that horse was. It's a 40-foot cube. So why don't you roll me a d4, and that's how many...
Tens of feet.
Yes.
1. So he's only 10. Okay, so it'll take 1 round for that horse to get free.
Right. The other horses freak. They come to a quick and sudden stop, maybe even tipping over. All 4 riders need to make horseback riding checks to not be thrown from the saddles. Those are 3 passes and 1 fail. Okay. So 1 guy topples, gets caught in the grasses. You guys are making a break for it, and the next round the horse can break free, and then the round after that would be a battle.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Shillelagh. Or should I cast Aid? He'll reach me the next round, right? Let's do Shillelagh.
Okay.
As we continue to run. Did we get any slaves or
you got the 2
Count's body? Or we left the unconscious body behind?
Yeah, why would you
bleeding body actually. He's dead by now, isn't he?
Definitely.
Whoops. Oh well.
Well, I mean, I guess we could rule that bludgeoning damage won't bleed out, but we've never ruled that in the past.
No. Okay. So do we need to roll initiative?
Yes, you need to roll initiative. Oof.
We get a natural 5 with my weapon speed. That's a
16.
9. So I think if he's charging us, we're gonna turn and like scatter, I guess, so that we don't get overrun altogether, and like smack the horse and the rider as they pass.
Okay. So you guys begin to scatter. Let's check for the...
Someone is holding a short sword at this point as a weapon.
Yep. The rider comes directed towards...
Oh, we should have had some spearmen, shouldn't we have?
Should have grabbed some spears.
Did we forget them, I think?
Must have.
Spears
You don't have them with
yeah.
you for some reason, so...
We should have, and I think at this point we would have looted spears from the dead guards, right?
Yeah. You've gathered whatever
that
you
would have
could.
been the most valuable. So I think if there will be a few spearmen from that, but none of our... Okay.
Sure, let's say there were the
I think
four
there
in the
were
room with
two.
you. Yeah, so the room
Three.
that they were fighting in had
Yeah.
weapons in it. So those three kobolds up there could have grabbed spears,
Mm-hmm.
and there were three dead guys in the field, so you can have a total of 6 spears.
Okay. And one sword.
Yeah, 6 spears and a sword. And the horseman comes right at you with the charge, but you get an attack first.
I do actually. Okay, Shillelagh was
16.
last round. Okay, yeah.
Roll a 16 for initiative.
All right, I'm gonna step out of the way and try and smack him. So probably smacking him in the leg as he goes by.
Give me an attack roll. Ooh,
14 to hit. Is he
that
armored?
is a hit. He's wearing leather, so that's still a hit.
Lick my Shillelagh! I think I get plus. I think it's 2d4 damage for a Shillelagh. So 6 points of damage.
Ooh, the blood prayer still is not holding, is it?
No, that only lasted 5 minutes.
Okay. You do 6 damage to him, not killing him, unfortunately.
And I think my stupid kobolds probably tear into the horse.
Okay. Yeah, that would make sense. Why don't we do maybe 6 attacks against the horse?
I think we all, like, as the horse drives by, I think all the kobolds descend on it.
Right, so you spread out, the horse comes through, and you collapse around it. I'm going to say, like, 6 of them can get attacks on the horse. Let's just say all 6 spearmen.
Oh, yuck.
2 hits.
2 hits.
Yeah.
2d6.
Yeah.
Oh, only 4 points of damage.
Okay, the horse is alive. The human makes a stab towards you with his spear with a 17 to hit. Actually, horseback brings it to 18.
Oh.
Which is not a crit, though. You take 4 points of damage from his spear. The horse gets steered towards someone to override them.
Is it a war horse? Yeah.
No, so it's going to start freaking out now that it takes damage. But it's still going to make a trample
we
attack
had spears.
against someone.
We could have set to receive a charge, and I guess he could have. Oh no, he didn't have a lance. It's just a spear. We should have set to receive charge, but oh well.
The horse does indeed get a 1 hit on one of your kobolds. I think riding horses do D3 damage.
Or is it D2?
I don't know. I need to find a book.
All right,
Where's my
horse, BCFG.
Where's my monstrous manual?
I got one here that I had opened to kobold. I can turn to horse real quick.
Please do.
Horse riding D2, D2.
Okay.
Wild horses do D3.
So one of your kobolds takes 2 points of damage. Please roll his HP.
Draft horses deal D3, by the way. So that's what you're thinking. D4, 4 points of damage. Kobold gets kicked in the face, but keeps right on.
Keeps on riding, yep. And the horse freaks the frick out. Rider fails his save, and the horse just bolts for the wilderness.
Okay, attacks of opportunity.
No, it's kind of the same. Like, he's running past you guys, and you all got attacks on him as he rode past, so he's just going to keep running.
But the rider gets flung off?
Oh, no, he just can't control his horse. He might get thrown.
Okay.
He might get thrown. He's badly wounded. He falls off his horse maybe like 200 feet away. He just kind of slides off the saddle, topples to the ground, and you guys can make it all the way to the edge of the woods. In the confusion and the panic of battle and all your kobolds spreading out and then collapsing on the horsemen, the 2 human slaves were left unguarded for a moment and ran.
Makes sense. Entangle lasts a full turn.
Yeah. But I think by the time the turn is over, you guys can have made it out of this clearing into the woods, and these guys are not following. Kobolds that are casting magic and organized and not retreating at the sight of charging horses. This is a new world order. No one. This is a weird thing. They're not going to pursue
This is
you.
Mayhem. I think we're going to skirt through the forest back to that barn and rescue Pig Friend.
Oh my God! You're going to go get Pig Friend?
we start chanting as howling in kobold as we what was it? Kobold pig.
Moon
pig.
Moon pig.
Moon pig.
Yeah.
Yeah. Howling as we prance.
You can get to the village. People are freaking out. The town guard has been called out in force. You can see all the people like moving and bringing all of their possessions back. Well, not all their possessions, but whatever they've got with them, like towards the center of town. You see the horsemen ride towards town and ride towards the keep, and then ride back out towards town. By the time you get there, it's all a chaotic mess. You can make a break for the barn, which is unguarded at the moment, with all the humans clustered together in the inside.
Okay, I think Mama B leaves her kobolds peering from the woods. Little eye, if anyone looks over there, maybe they see just like 2 dozen little eyes peering out from the cover of the trees. And Mama B scurries out, unlatches Pig Friend's cage, and lets the pigs free. I guess we'll take all 4 if they're totally unguarded. Only one of them lets me ride him, though.
You can definitely get the one. I don't think the other pigs really move for you. I think they're fairly stubborn 200-pound creatures who don't care about the kobolds.
All right, so I come out of the barn, whatever you call it, the pig slop field, riding atop Pig Friend.
Excellent.
And this was 2 days away, wasn't it?
Yep.
So we travel until dark, and then we slaughter Pig Friend and feast, and then continue the journey back home.
At the end of the day, you return home with your former captives. You have lost 2 kobolds in this process.
And
2
gained
males.
Males are replaceable. How many did we gain?
Absolutely replaceable. You've gained 5, but they belong to a different tribe. They belong to a different pack, a nearby pack. They belong to the Long Paw pack. They tell you their leader is Nub Nub. Their pack is many bigger than your pack. Many, many bigger.
Really? Do they say this, or do I know this?
No, they tell you. They're very proud. Their pack is big pack. Their pack
is not happy with me so nonchalantly eating Pig Friend. I think I should have ridden him. No, we promised the kobolds a pig feast, didn't we?
You need your pig feast.
Yeah, no, Pig Friend gets slaughtered with a steel short sword and roasted.
Excellent. We're basically at our ending time now. We did enough Georg that everything got all jumbled. I think we made it through that storyline pretty well.
Did we get any loot other than the spears and the sword?
Yeah, I think you probably had to abandon your barrels that you were rolling when the horsemen showed up. But you've probably got like baskets with food and cloth, and some people probably like tore down a tapestry and rolled it up, and some people grabbed some like nice silk things and just took off with whatever looked comfortable.
Oh yeah, kobolds love silks.
Love silk.
Yeah.
It's better when it's, muddied a little bit to get some natural earth colors in there. But you have various fineries and loots that you've taken from the keep. And I
think with that, we make it back to our cave and, at least for the time being, live it up. Feast on pig and wipe our asses with silk. Butt silks? Was that the term for it? Ass.
Oh God, I forgot about that. Oh yeah. Oh God, shenanigans.
So the 3 long claws, do they come back with us, or do they want to go? They're going to go back to their tribe, I assume.
The 5 long paws do want to go back to their tribe, but they are willing to.
I think they might just
rescued them. So there's some.
Yeah, where's the long paw territory? They'll
let you know, but that's probably our next session.
Okay. I think for the time being, they get caught up in the heat of the moment. They're running. Kobolds are pack creatures. They're running with us, feasting on pigs. They lose track of time and where they're running, and wind up partying back with the moons.
If you make them an offer, they might actually stay with you. Do you try to get them to join your pack?
I think we'll have to play that out next time. See whether it'll be more diplomatically favorable to give them back to the Long Paw pack as a gesture or have them.
They're not property. You don't give them. They're their own people.
Yeah, sorry. This is me breaking character a little bit at the end. Wrapping it up. All right, experience.
Experience. Okay, so you sieged a keep, rescued a bunch of kobolds, defeated horses, humans, and nobles. Let's give you 500 for that. You also did that, which was pretty cool. You did that, which was unexpected. And then there were 15, 11. There were a bunch of guards around, 11 guards that you guys defeated ish. So let's give you that. And then there were also the horsemen should give a little bit of extra experience. And then you also rescued Pig Friend, and you took some captives and stuff.
We ate Pig Friend.
You ate Pig Friend as an extra experience. And the diplomatic things with the other kobolds can wait until next time. So you take home 1695.
Plus 7 spell levels.
Ooh, plus, is that what, 350 experience?
Yeah.
That brings you to 2045. Do you get 10%?
No, I do not.
Okay, 2045.
I had 17,000 on the nose written down from last time. Is that's not the? I think I got an even number. Does that sound right?
You got 3,000 last time, and you started with 14.
All right, so I'm at 1945 out of 27,500.
Excellent. And that is it for Dicing with Death today. A complicated day with Mama Beatrix and Georg and different themes and weird. It's been a fun day. Until the light started shining in my eye. So, we will see you next week for Hardcore Heroes Arcadia with Georg Malachi crossover. Get your fan
see how long that
ready.
lasts. It may only be a 5-minute episode, so...
I would like to see someone make a straw poll and put it in this subreddit to see how long you expect them to survive. But that will be next week on Thursday at noon. And Ryan, is there anything we're missing?
I think that's good. Thanks for watching. For those of you on Twitch that just put up with 4 hours of craziness, manic craziness back and forth, super wizards, and then a kobold fuckfest at the end.
This was definitely a manic episode.
Oh, yeah. That's how we roll.
Good. All right.
Yeah.
See you next week, everybody.
Bye-bye.